Welcome back to War Manual. In the annals of military history, there are weapons that define an era, weapons that don't just win battles, but rewrite the very rules of war. Today, we're doing a deep dive into one of these legends, the B-2 Spirit strategic bomber. More than a plane, the B-2 is a ghost, a shadow that moves through the skies unseen, carrying devastating power. In a world watching with bated breath as tensions escalate between Iran and Israel, with the direct and declared involvement of the United States, this 2 billion aircraft emerges from its secret hangar not just as a weapon, but as an instrument of geopolitical power. What makes this machine so special? How does the science behind its invisibility work in practice, and what would its exact role be in a surgical strike against one of the most heavily defended countries on the planet? Prepare yourselves. We are about to unlock the secrets of the bomber that personifies 21st century warfare. The anatomy of INVICBI light. To understand the B-2, you first have to forget everything you know about the shape of a traditional airplane. Its effectiveness lies in a radical design philosophy focused on a single objective: to deceive radar. The foundation of it all is its flying wing shape. Lacking a traditional fuselage and vertical tail fins, which act like mirrors for radar waves, the B-2 offers very few flat surfaces for enemy energy to hit and bounce back from. Its continuous curvature is engineered to deflect radar waves away from the source, rather than reflecting them back. It's the difference between a faceted diamond, which glitters from every angle, and a smooth river stone, which you barely notice. But the shape is only half the equation. The B-2 is coated in a technological skin, a classified composite of radar-absorbent materials, known as RAM. Think of it like the acoustic foam in a recording studio, but for radio waves. Instead of reflecting, this skin absorbs most of the radar energy that hits it, converting it into a tiny amount of heat, making the echo that returns to the enemy almost imperceptible. This technology is so sensitive that the B-2 must be kept in PETA-controlled hangars to protect its coating. However, invisibility must be total. It's no use being invisible to radar if you shine like a star to heat sensors. The B-2's engines are buried deep inside its wing, and their exhaust is cooled by mixing it with cool bypass air before being vented through S-shaped outlets over the top surface of the wing. This disperses the heat and hides it from ground-based infrared sensors. Even contrails, the white lines we see in the sky, are a risk. The B-2 has sensors that detect the atmospheric conditions ideal for contrail formation, allowing the pilots to change altitude to avoid leaving this visual signature. It is an obsessive quest for total invisibility. The Spirit on a mission. The Iran SDNROM. Let's transport this technology to the Iranian theater of operations. Why does a country like Iran require such a specific tool? The answer lies in its defense-in-depth strategy. Iran is not an easy target. It has mountainous terrain that naturally hides its facilities and an integrated air defense network, which includes advanced Russian S-300 systems and its own domestic systems, like the Bavar 373, attacking an Iranian nuclear facility, like those at Natanz or the underground Fordo base, which is built inside a mountain, would be an extremely high-risk mission for conventional aircraft. They would be detected hundreds of kilometers away, facing a barrage of missiles. This is where the B-2 justifies its existence. A typical mission wouldn't start in the Middle East, but at Whiteman Air Force Base, Missouri, in the heart of the United States. After a flight of over 30 hours, crossing oceans and continents with aerial refueling, the B-2 would arrive in enemy airspace like a phantom. To Iranian radar operators, the sky would appear clear. The first sign of an attack would be the explosion itself. That its internal weapons bay can carry a lethal variety of munitions. For most targets, it would use JDA misjoint direct attack munitions, which are conventional bombs fitted with a GPS kit that turns them into high-precision projectiles. But for a target like Fordo, the B-2 is the only platform capable of delivering the GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, or MOP. This is a 30,000-pound, 13,600 kilograms bomb, designed to pierce up to 200 feet 60 meters of reinforced concrete before detonating. It is the master key for Iran's most fortified door. Part 3. Implications and the future of warfare. The B-2's capability redefines diplomacy. It provides the American president with a credible military option that other nations simply do not possess. The threat of a B-2 strike is not a bluff. It's the real possibility of a surgical, devastating attack with extremely low risk to the attacking forces. That, in itself, is an immense tool of pressure. Of course, This capability comes at an astronomical price, with each aircraft costing around $2 billion and requiring extremely expensive maintenance. It's an investment that reflects the importance of being able to neutralize an existential threat without starting a large-scale war. But technology doesn't stand still. The B-2, designed in the 1980s, is slowly nearing the end of its service life. Its successor is already flying, the B-21 Raider. Designed with the lessons learned from the B-2 and with even more advanced stealth technologies, the B-21 promises to be more efficient, more adaptable, and produced in greater numbers, ensuring America's stealth attack capability remains unmatched for decades to come. The B-2 Spirit is much more than an airplane. It is the materialization of a strategic doctrine. It is proof that in modern warfare, that which cannot be seen can be the most powerful weapon of all. In a potential conflict with Iran, it represents the ability to deliver a precise and paralyzing attacker whisper that becomes thunder without warning. The existence of weapons like the B-2 raises profound questions about the future of war. Does technology make conflicts more surgical, or does it just make the decision to attack easier? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. If this deep dive into the world of stealth technology fascinated you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to War Manual for more analyses like this. And if you want a dedicated video on its successor, the B-21 Raider, comment radar down below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next briefing.